Okay guys, today we're going to set up for Mazda. We actually have 3 different Mazda targets. You will never use all 3 of these at the same time. You'll either use this target by itself or you will use these targets. This target here, very, very rarely used if you ever use it. This is actually for the old Mazdas. We're talking 2016s, 2017. Most of the vehicles in 16 and 17 weren't, they weren't off the factory with these cameras anyway, so the chance of using this target is pretty rare. But we will discuss this. All right, so let's talk about these targets. These 2 targets here, we need to make sure that we have the driver's side on the left, which is left to the vehicle, not left to me. This is my right side. The passenger side here will be on the right. They're both set at 500 millimeters from the center. All right, so that's how these are set up. Okay, so with the Mazda, the target itself says 1600 millimeters from the bumper. All right, so we want to face the vehicle, make sure our lasers are on. Got my distance laser going. Okay, 1600 from the bumper. We're at 15 right now. We're gonna pull back to just at 16. I wanna make sure the front's in its place, the back's in its place. Okay, now we're set distance-wise. Height on these targets are 1400, so I wanna go up to 1400 millimeters. Let's shut everything off here. These targets are pretty straightforward. It's just a one shot. Watch your lighting. Make sure the lighting is good on both targets. We don't have any shadows. Any type of shadowing will cause a problem with any of the vehicles. We want to make sure we're nice and clear and have good even light. As we go through the tablet on this, there will be a point where the tablet's going to ask you, how far is it from the target to the wheel hub? Right? We know that we're 1600 millimeters from here to here. So then we would want to do the measurement over here. Easiest way to do this measurement, take your tape. If you have the 3.0, grab your confirmation point. Depending on which 3.0 you have, if you have it with the saddles here and the notch, this is the newest one. If I have this one, I'm going to turn the laser on. Set it to the center of the hub. Turn the laser off. Take my tape measure. Tape slides along the tape measure, or the laser does, slides along the tape measure. If this is set up for the driver's side right now, if I want to do the passenger side, measure from that side, it works the same. I just want to pull it out and switch it over. For this one, going to the driver's side, again, we want to measure from the hub to the bumper. So what I want to do is I want to turn this laser on, make sure we're on. This tape measure, the end's going to slide into this slot. We have these 2 saddles here we're resting in. I can take my fingers and push it down. This keeps it nice and perpendicular to the vehicle. So what I want to do is I want to bring the tape measure and the laser out until I hit that bumper jig right there. Okay, we're right at 1,000 millimeters. This vehicle is 1,000 millimeters. So what the tablet's actually asking us how far it is from the device to the hub. We know that we set 1,600 millimeters from the bumper, and we know it's 1,000 millimeters from here to here. So the input on that tablet will be 2,600 millimeters. We're just going to add this distance to the 1,600, and that gives us the distance from the target to the hub. Mazdas are pretty straightforward. Mazda cannot be running. If the engine's running, it will not go through. Quite a few Mazdas also, you have the option of doing a dynamic calibration as opposed to the static. It's not in addition to, it's instead of the static calibration. We do the static calibrations, they're just much faster. We should be able to get done here in about 10 minutes. It's going to take a good 20 to do a dynamic calibration, if not longer. So Mazdas are pretty straightforward as far as that goes. Now, If we're working on an older Mazda, we're using this target here. This target goes into the center. This target is not going to shift back and forth. It's just going to be the center. Okay, right here it says from the bumper, 500 millimeters from the bumper. So what I'd want to do is I want to get up here, turn my laser back on, get my distance going here. Okay. We are right at 500 millimeters from the bumper right here. Okay, we are all squared off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my lasers off so we save the batteries. Now this target asks for 1,300 millimeters high. That's right there. So now this target's set up. It's just a one-time calibration and done. Very simple. Pretty easy process with this target, but again, you're probably not going to use this target too much. There's your Mazdas.